So then I'll do, I'll change the time to 24 hour. So I thought I'll just do a vlog thing. I haven't done a vlog in a long time. Okay. What do I say now? So I've got an interview tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And then, actually, when I was at home, I got a call from another person. I've got another interview on Friday. But the Friday one is for a community legal center, so yeah, that might be a good thing. Anyway, so what should I do? I could do some shopping at tomorrow, because I was thinking of buying some stuff like tea stuff, like all of that stuff, tea stuff, like a strainer, and I want to get good tea because I was actually drinking tea now, and it's like, oh god, this tastes like so stale. It's like, ugh, yeah. I want to get some good tea. Oh yeah, so like I was like thinking about the interviews, like what am I, maybe, because psychiatrist asked me a question which I thought was like, I didn't have a good answer to it. Because he asked me like, so what's preventing you from getting the job, or like in the interviews, and I was like, I really don't know. So I sort of settled upon saying something like, oh, it's my lack of experience or whatever, but I don't think it's really my lack of experience, because some of these positions are like for, internship or whatever. They're not. I think it's just the way I interact with people. I think I come off maybe as a bit too I don't know. Assertive, or I don't think I'm aggressive, but I'm definitely not aggressive. But maybe I just come off in a way where I don't know, people expect someone who's a little bit more. What do they want? I mean, maybe I have a very strong personality, maybe. It's kind of weird because I'm a very quiet, mild-mannered person. But then I also got this very strong kind of personality as well. So, I don't know. I don't know. Like over the interview, I don't want to let myself down, because I feel like for the interview I went yesterday, I felt like I had this attitude like, oh, I'm not going to get this job, so fuck it. I had that kind of an attitude, and I think it showed. Like I wasn't really interested in the position. I mean, I don't know, maybe that was a factor. So yeah, so it's like I gotta stay positive. I have to, but it's so hard to stay positive. I mean, do I even want to do this? That's the question. Like, do I even really want to do this? I want to finish the course. That's something I want to do. I don't want to just not finish the course. I started the course. I want to do this stupid work experience and finish it off. At least that's the very least I want to do. I don't know what I'll do after that, but at least I want to finish the course. So that's something I want to do. Yes, nothing much to report. Oh man, I was so tired. But after I ate my lunch, and I had to prepare my lunch and then eat it, I was like, oh, I got some energy. Oh, I feel a little bit better now. So, yeah. Gotta stay positive. Another thing about like, God, that the atmosphere at that job agency is so toxic. It's like there are these people who are like, they have a very paternalistic attitude, like the way they treat people. And I guess because some of the people who go there, they don't maybe follow, meetings. They might not, they might not be the most, conscientious types or whatever. So they might, skip interviews or whatever. So they have this kind of paternalistic attitude, like where they treat you like you're a kid. And I find that, I just hate that. I find that really rude, disrespectful. I really get it's very upsetting. Like where, I mean, you want people to treat you with respect as an adult. I don't want to be treated like a kid. I mean, people don't usually do that to me because I usually. Oh God, my employment consultant once was like, did that kind of paternalistic thing to me. I felt very ashamed or whatever because I did come late once for an appointment, but and she was like, oh, how did she was like, oh, like she had treated me like, oh, she was sort of like having this. She was sort of like trying to suggest to me like, oh, we shouldn't do that or whatever, but. And this is in the context whereas in the previous appointment I usually come on time, and this particular one I was late. I actually called. I think I called her. I don't know. Anyway, the bus was whatever. But I should have been on. Receptionist told her to like Yvette is waiting. She's been waiting for such a long time. I was like, and yeah. So whatever. I mean, I just don't like my employment consultant. I don't think she's doing a good job. I'm not saying it because I'm personally, whatever. But it's just like I've seen, like in the beginning, she was very proactive, but recently, like she's been sort of like neglecting me. Her. She should be more. She should just do her job. I'm not saying she should treat me special or whatever. I'm just saying just treat me with respect. That's all I'm asking. So if I come I actually talked to her about the interview. I sort of said I actually apologized and said I'm sorry for, usually, but she didn't say anything about. Fuck it, I'm just going all over the place. Anyway, so that whole place, they have this paternalistic attitude, and it's. Please don't. I find that really rude, disrespectful, and I find it offensive. I don't like that. I don't want to be treated like a kid. I find that I get very. It makes me angry. It really makes me angry when people treat you like it's just such a horrible thing. It's just such a horrible thing when people treat you like that. It's just such a disrespectful thing to do. It's another bullshit. And another thing is, these people knew me before I transitioned, so they kind of. I feel like whenever I go there, it's like, I don't know. It's just. I feel like some of them just don't know how to. I don't know. They feel like they disrespect my gender identity, or So there's a bit of that transphobia, or like I don't know, maybe they don't know how to deal with me. But there's also, I hear people sort of making comments that might be sort of directed towards me, but in an indirect way. You know, they might say something here and there. Oh God. Anyway, so, but leaving all of that negative bullshit there, yeah, I just don't like going to that place. The main reason I don't like going there is because I just don't think that place, I think that place is very toxic. It has a very toxic environment, and I just don't think it's suitable for someone like me, you know. Someone like me, well, what does that mean? You know, I mean, there are people there who are kind of like, you know, adults, and they follow the rules and all that, but God. Anyway, I just don't like some of the people there. They're just not nice. They seem very, yeah. Anyway, so fuck it. The sooner I find a job, the better it is, because then I don't have to go to this stupid job center. And I don't have to go to these stupid interviews, because that's another headache. Going to all these different interviews. Anyway, so... don't be paternalistic. Paternalism is very offensive. It's rude. It's disrespectful. You are disrespecting someone else's integrity, or, you know, every human being has a certain level of, you know, you're responsible for yourself. I am responsible for my life. I don't want someone else treating me like a kid. I am responsible for my life. I act in a responsible manner, and I want to be respected. You know, I act in a responsible manner, or I act in, as best as I can. I act in a responsible manner, and I want that to be acknowledged. I want to be respected. You know what I mean? I act in a responsible manner, and that deserves some kind of acknowledgement and respect. You are a person, I am a person. You are responsible for you, I am responsible for me. I act in a responsible manner. Treat me as a person. I behave in a manner that deserves to be respected, or I behave in a manner that is I don't know how to express it. I behave in a responsible manner, and I should be respected. You know, I don't run around breaking the rules or whatever. I mean, there might be a time when you have to break rules because there's some ethical thing involved, but usually whatever. Okay, alright, so I'm just gonna chill out. I think hopefully tomorrow my weight will be less. I feel like it is going to be, because I was weighing myself. Anyway. I gotta go to sleep. Oh shit, it's gonna be raining tomorrow. Oh, fuck. I gotta go to the city town hall. Gotta catch a bus to this place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my iPhone, and the iPhone has a map application where there's a GPS thing involved, so it'll tell you interactively where you are. So there'll be a map program, and there'll be like this dot showing where you are, so I can use that map to determine where to get off, because I don't know, because I know where to catch the bus, but I don't know where to get off, where my stop is, so maybe I'll use that map. I think There might even be an app that can tell you when to get off. You know, maybe there might be something like that. Ooh, I'm gonna maybe take a nap now. I'm tired. Actually, yeah, I'm trying to upload the other video. Some stupid thing. Oh, my internet connection. Like I have. There are two internet connections in this house. One is a cable, and that's what my brother uses. The other is ADSL, and that's what I use. But the ADSL is unstable because every time someone makes a call, the phone, you know, the connection goes a bit, you know, it cuts off. I mean, I did put an ADSL splitter. Okay, it's like it prevents the interference between the ADSL modem and the regular telephone. But I don't know, I think it's not, I don't know what's, I told my mom, I'm not blaming your mom. What I said was, well, I suggested that perhaps we should keep the phone and the ADSL modem separate, because it seemed to improve the connection, but I'm not sure.